Hare Krishna. Shri Brhad Bhagavatamrta by Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada, whose Tirobhavati is today, Shri Guru Purnima. Now we are on the terrace of Shri Krishna's palace in Dwarka. Shri Narad Muni has come there to glorify Shri Uddhavaji as the recipient of Krishna's greatest mercy. And now Shri Krishna comes there. Hearing the glories of Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Krishna comes and let's see what he says. प्रफुल्ल पद्मनेत्राभ्यां वर्षन् अश्रूणि धारया गदं जगादेदं परानुग्रहकातरः. From his fully blossoming lotus eyes rained a flood of tears from Krishna's lotus eyes. Prafulla Padma Netrabhyam, from his eyes that are like blossomed lotuses. Prafulla Padma. Varshan Ashruni Dharaya. There was a great downpour of tears from his eyes. Sa Gadgadam Jagada. He spoke with a choked up voice, with a choking voice. Para Anugraha Katara, being tormented by compassion, mercy. Shri Krishna spoke as follows. Commentary: an inferior person cares only for his own welfare, whereas a virtuous person thinks about paranugraha, compassionate help for others. Shri Krishna is paranugraha, and Krishna's paranugraha, his compassionate nature, is unlimited. Taking the word para in the sense of enemies, we can understand that Shri Krishna is compassionate even to those who hate him. Hatari Gati Dayaka. Certainly, therefore, he would not neglect his devotees. If he is para anugraha, then what to speak of bhakta anugraha? Shri Bhagavan Vacha Satyam eva mahavajra sarena ghatitam mama idam hridayam adyapi dvidhayanna vidiryate vidiryati. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna says, yes, it is true. My heart is made of solid diamond because nothing can be harder than a diamond. Diamond is the hardest substance. Mahavajra Sarena. My heart is made up of solid, hard glass. It must be so because it has not yet split in half. Hridayam adyapi dvidhana vidiryate. Vidiryati. My heart has not vidiryati, it has not split, broken into two pieces. Therefore, it is concluded that my heart is made up of very hard, unbreakable diamond. Because diamond is so hard, it can even cut metal. Hare Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is not saying, my heart is made of stone or my heart, because metal is harder than stone. Haribol. You can break rocks into small pieces with a sledge hammer. So metal is strong, harder than rock and harder than metal. Metal can be cut with a diamond. Hare Krishna. Therefore, Sri Krishna is giving the upama, the comparison of the hardest object, and that is diamond. बाल्यादारभ्य पालनं विहितं चिरम् अप्यसाधारणं प्रेम सर्वं तद् विस्मृतं मया. Those devotees of Vrindavan took care of me for so long. From the very beginning of my childhood, Balyad Arabhya, when my childhood began, from that time, Palanam have maintained me, taken care of me for a long time, 11 years. But still, because I'm so hard hearted and ungrateful, I have forgotten all about their exceptional love. Hare Krishna. Sarvam tad vismritam maya. I have forgotten. Forgotten what? Their asadharanam prem. Their uncommon, unprecedented love. Special love that they have for me. I am so ungrateful. I have forgotten. अस्तु तावद्धितं तेषां कार्यं किञ्चित् कथञ्चन उतात्यन्तं कृतं दुःखं क्रूरेण मृदुलात्मनाम्. Ah, Shri Krishna is saying, be that as it may, astu tavat, I must, however, somehow do something to help them. Hitam tesham karyam kinchit kathanchana. I have to do something for their hit, something for their benefit. I must do something to help them. I have indeed been cruel. I have been very cruel. Krurena. I have been cruel to have caused those gentle souls, Mridulatmanam, such extreme grief. Atyanta kritam dukkham. I have given extreme sorrow to those very soft hearted Mridulatma Brajvasis. Because I am cruel, I am very cruel. Therefore, I must do something to help them for their benefit. Hitam tesham. भ्रातर उद्धव सर्वज्ञ प्रेष्ठ श्रेष्ठ वदद्रुतम् करवाणि किमित् अस्मात् शोकाब्धेर्मां समुद्धर. Ah. You see, Sri Narad Muni has come there thinking that Uddhava is the greatest recipient of Krishna's mercy because he's Krishna's disciple, Krishna's advisor, Krishna's intimate associate, Krishna's friend. Now, here is Sri Krishna, the highest authority. Right in front of Sri Narad Muni, he is going to take advice from Uddhava. I consult with him for everything. Shri Krishna is saying, Bhratar Uddhava Sarvajna. Oh, brother Uddhava. Bhrata means brother. Oh, brother Uddhava. Sarvajna. You know everything. And you are my best of most dear friends. Preshtha Shrestha. Preshtha means dear. Preshtha means one who is very dear. Preshtha Ali bhi sevyamana smarami. Or for Srila Prabhupada and for Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and for all our Gurujan, we say Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale. You are very dear to Krishna in this world. Preshtha. Preshtha means dear. And Preshtha Shrestha means the best amongst the dear. Shri Krishna is saying, Uddhav, you are my Preshtha Shrestha. You are the Shrestha, topmost among those who are Preshtha, dear to me. Preshtha Shrestha. Please tell me, Vada Dhrutam, quickly, Quickly tell me. Tell me what I should do for the hit of the Vrajvasis. Please lift me up out of this ocean of distress. Please, please. Tell me what I should do. Karvani Kim. What I should do, tell me. And Shoka Abdher Mam Samudra. Oh Uddhav, please lift me out of this Samudra, this ocean of distress and sorrow. Shok. Abdha means, Abdhi means ocean. Shokabdhe Mam Samudra. Please lift me out of this ocean of sorrow by telling me what I should do for the Brajvasis. Clearly, Shri Krishna asking Uddhav. Bhratar Uddhava Sarvatnya, you know everything. Preshta Shreshta, Vadadrutam. Quickly, quickly tell me what I should do for the Brajvasis. Shri Parikshit Uvacha. Nanda Patni Priya Sakhi Devaki Putravatsala Ahedam Diyatam Yat Yat Ishyate Tae Surittamai. Shri Parikshit Maharaj continues speaking to his mother, Shri Uttara Devi. Mother Devaki was loving to her son and was a dear friend to Yashoda Devi, the wife of Nanda Baba. So Nanda Maharaj's wife Yashoda, Devaki is the wife of Vasudev, and Devaki was very loving to her son, Devaki Nandan. And Devaki was also a friend, Priya Sakhi, to Nanda Patni. She was Putra Vatsala. She was very dear to Devaki Putra Vatsala. She was very much in love with Krishna. And she was Priya Sakhi, a dear friend to Yashoda, the wife of Nanda Maharaj. So Mother Devaki said, you should give your best well-wishers whatever they want. Diyatam yadyat ishyate. Whatever they want, ishyate, diyatam. You give them. That was Devaki's opinion. Because Surittamai, they are the best of your well-wishers, the Brajvasis. How nicely they took care of you. How they brought you up from 0 to 11. Age 0 to 11. They brought you up. So please give them whatever they want. Commentary. Mother Devaki anticipated that Uddhav's reply would likely inspire Krishna to leave for Gokul Vrindavan. So she interrupted before Uddhav could speak. Hare Krishna. Vada Durvam. Krishna told Uddhav, come on, speak quickly. Give me your advice. But before Uddhav could speak, Mother Devaki interjected because she was afraid that Uddhav might say, go to Gokul, I've been telling you. Since the time we were in Mathura, I've been telling you, go to Gokul, you have not gone. Go to Vrindavan. That was Devaki's fear. She was afraid. So she interrupted. She suggested to Krishna that he placate the Vrajvasis some other way than by returning to Vrindavan. Yes, placate them, give them what they want. Send money, send cows, send chariots, send servants, send gold coins, send something. Whatever they want, send them. But you don't go. That was Devaki's feeling. ततः पद्मावती राज्य दान भीता विमूढ़धि महिषी यदुराजस्य वृद्धा माता मही प्रभो उक्ता श्रवणात् पूर्वं राम मात्रावहेलिता स्व भर्तुरक्षितुं राज्यं चातुर्यात् परिहासवत् व्याहार परिपाट्यान्य चित्ततापादनेन तम् यदुवंशैकशरणं विधातुं स्वस्थमब्रवीत्. Then, fearing that the kingdom was about to be given away, the old woman Padmavati, the wife of Maharaj Sen and Krishna's grandmother, the queen of the Yadu king, Ugrasen, gathered her muddled wits and cleverly feigned a joking spirit. She took on a joking mood. To protect her husband's domain, Maharaj Ugrasen's domain, Dwarka, she spoke up again, even though Balram's mother Rohini Mata had snubbed her by ignoring her previous remarks. Invoking eloquence, Padmavati tried to change the mood to bring Krishna, the exclusive shelter of the Yadu dynasty, back to normal. Commentary. In her own way, Padmavati had good intentions. She saw that unless Krishna could be calmed down, the whole Yadu clan faced destruction. He might even offer to turn the rule of Dwarka over to Nanda Baba and the cowherds. To avert such danger, Padmavati tried a humorous distraction. Hare Krishna. पद्मावत्युवाच त्वयानुतापत्ये कृष्ण त्वयानुतप्यते कृष्ण कथं मन्त्रितं शृणु यद् एकादशभिर्वर्षैर्नन्दगोपस्य मन्दिरे आहा द्वाभ्यां युवाभ्यां भ्रातृभ्याम् उपभुक्तं हि वर्तते तत्र दद्यान्न दद्याद्वा गोरक्षाजीवनं सते सर्वं तद् गर्गहस्तेन गणयित्वा कणानुशः द्विगुणी कृत्यमद् भर्त्रा तस्मै देयं शपे स्वयम्. Shri Padmavati said, O Shri Krishna, why should you lament? Just listen to my advice. While living 11 years, Nanda Mandire, in the house of the king of Gopas, Nanda Baba, Nanda Maharaj, you two brothers enjoyed various comforts. Aha. 11 years you lived in the house of Nanda Baba, you and Balaram, and you enjoyed great comforts, games. You became Ghasitaram, you became Makanchor. Those are all unique Leelas that you performed in Gokul, Nanda Gokul. For that, I swear my husband will repay Nanda Maharaj twice over. Hare Krishna. My husband, Ugrasen Maharaj, the king, will pay Nanda Maharaj two times. We'll ask him what was the lodging and boarding fee for 11 years. You see, this is what happens when we have a materialistic mindset. We start counting spiritual things with material things, which is impossible to do. Once my Guru Maharaj, today's Guru Purnima, His Holiness Shri Srimad Radhanath Swami Maharaj Ji, was asked, there is a verse that Srila Prabhupada quotes from the Puranas that Tavat kartum na shaknoti patakam pataki jana. There is so much strength in the holy name, one name of Krishna, that a pataki, a sinful person, cannot perform so many sins that one name of Krishna cannot erase. Now, analyze this. Krishna, once you say, Hare Krishna, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, every Mangalacharan we say, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu. Shastra says, anyone who chants one name of Krishna, that person does not have the capacity to perform so many sins that one name of Krishna cannot erase. Which means once if someone has chanted Krishna, Eka Krishna Naam Kare Sarva Papa Kshay, Navavida Bhakti Krishna Naam Haite Hai. Same principle. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita also mentioned, Eka Krishna Nama Kare Sarva Papakshay, which means a person does not have the capacity to perform so many sins. How many sins you will perform? Perform. One name of Krishna will erase all those sins. So my Guru Maharaj asked, how is it possible that one name of Krishna, somebody has chanted Krishna, and then there are so many types of sins, so many hells, so many punishments. You perform so many different types of sins. How that one name can take care of all those sins? So my Guru Maharaj said, Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nityamukta Abhinatva Nama Namino. Name of Krishna is not different from Krishna. So that person who has chanted Krishna just once has got the power of one Krishna Nam. But one Krishna Nam is Sakshat Krishna. Abhinatva Nama Namino. So he has got Krishna. Now, are you saying that Krishna cannot destroy all the sins? Simple. Krishna Nam is Krishna. Are you putting limit that Krishna can delete 100 sins? But 101, then you have to go to second Krishna Nam. Is it like that? Does Krishna have a limitation on how many sins he can destroy? This is what happens when we put a material, we superimpose or extrapolate material qualities to something that is transcendental. That's what happens. So he says, I swear, I promise, my husband will never say no to me. I will tell him to repay your Nanda Maharaj 2 times of his lodging boarding fees for 11 years. Because he kept you very nicely, we'll give him some tip also. Hare Krishna. That is the meaning of twice. My husband will see to it that Gargamuni calculates the amount to the smallest fraction and delivers it by his own hand. Hare Krishna. Gargamuni will calculate. And if Nanda owes you payment for tending his cows, let him pay you or not, as he wishes. Which means if Nanda Maharaj owes any money to you, then we can absolve him. Loan forgiveness. We can forgive his loan, forgive his debt. So Padmavati is calculating everything in terms of material wealth, money. Hare Krishna. Tending his cows means I can give cows to somebody. Okay, you take care of my cows. But the cow is going to give milk. The cow is going to give cow dung, cow urine. All of these things are used for day-to-day life. So just to have the cow, and cow eats grass in the forest, which is free. It's a free resource that the forest is providing. So I have no capital investment. I just take the cow, feed the cow wild grass from the forest, and the cow is giving me cow dung, which I can use to apply to the floors and the walls of my house to cook in the kitchen food. Those cow dung patties dried by Surya Dev, sun, it becomes fuel. You don't need LPG cylinder or natural gas. Cow dung patties is used to cook. Cow urine is used as a cleansing agent. And milk. Milk gives everything. Milk gives milk. You can get dahi from it. You can get butter from that. You can get lassi, chas, paneer, all the sweet dishes like rasgulla, sandesh, rasmalai. Everything is coming from milk. Just by keeping the cow, which is eating forest grass. So then it is like keeping a car, leasing a car. You owe to the car company. So if Nanda Baba owes Maharaj Ugrasen some money, will forgive his loan. Haribol. Padmavati is telling Krishna, you want to do a favor to Brajvasis, you want to do something that will hit benefit the Brajvasis for their hit, then let's forgive their loans and let's pay them for the 11 years of lodging boarding for you and Balram. And we'll multiply it by two. We'll give them double. Hare Krishna. Commentary. For 11 years, Maharaj Ugrasen's grandson, Sri Krishna, lived and enjoyed in the house of Sri Nanda Baba. Krishna might not take seriously Padmavati's idea to reimburse Nanda Maharaj and satisfy him with money, but even if Krishna becomes amused by it, her purpose of changing Krishna's mood, where Krishna is crying, tears are flowing from his eyes, his voice is choked up. If Krishna's mood can be changed, then her purpose is achieved. Padmavati reminds Krishna that her husband Ugrasen Maharaj is very generous and will not hesitate to pay twice whatever might be owed to Nanda Baba. And even if Nanda Maharaj fails to remunerate Krishna and Balram for their cow tending, that is a small concern. Now, this is something quite crazy. Padmavati is suggesting that because Krishna and Balram took care of Nanda Maharaj's cows, Nanda Maharaj owes Krishna Balram money. That for the first 5 years, Krishna took care of the calves. Next 6 years, Krishna took care of the cows. So a son may do it for the father, but it turns out Krishna and Balram are not the sons of Nanda. They are the sons of Vasudev Maharaj. So that means Nanda Baba has become a debtor. Now he has to pay Krishna Balram for taking care of his cows. That's another way of looking at it. So now Nanda Baba has to pay Krishna Balram because they took the cows for grazing as servants. So he has to pay them labor charges. So what we'll do, we will absolve Nanda Baba of that debt. That's what Padmavati is suggesting. Even if Nanda Baba fails to compensate Krishna Balram for their cow tending, gochar and seva, that's a small concern. We can settle that account. We'll just tell Gaur Sundar Charan Prabhu, our treasurer, to just settle it. Forgiveness. Cancel. No goods and services are owed for this. He will give a receipt. In settling the accounts, Nanda Baba may not want to accept anything extra from Ugrasen, and that will be all the better. So there is no need to annoy Nanda Maharaj over the small amount for the salaries of little Krishna Balram, Boy Scouts, for their voluntary work. No need to pay. Garga Muni is the best person to calculate the payment because he is an excellent astrologer, accustomed to making careful mathematical reckonings of configurations of planets. Moreover, though not saying so, Padmavati thinks that if the scrupulous Gargamuni decides the amount to pay and delivers it himself, the cowherds will not get more than they deserve. Brahmanas are quite careful with money. So he says Gargamuni will make the proper calculation. Having such wealth other than his stock of milk products. He has not seen so many gold coins. The expenses for the two brothers should be repaid, but not those of Rohini and the maidservants who had stayed with her in Vraj because she had insulted Padmavati by ignoring her previous comments. Hare Krishna. Because Rohini had ignored Padmavati's previous comments, Padmavati is not suggesting that any money is owed to Rohini Mata, who had also stayed there. Padmavati is correct in figuring the duration of Krishna's stay in Vraj, 11 years, because Srimad Bhagavatam 3 226 confirms this. Tato Nanda Vrajam Itha Pitra Kamsad Vivibhyata Ekadasha Samastatra Gudharich Sabalo Vasat. Thereafter, fearing Kamsa, Krishna's father brought Krishna to the cow pastures of Maharaj Nanda, and there Krishna lived for 11 years, just like a covered flame with his elder brother Balaram. Sa Bala. Sa Bala means with Balaram. He stayed for Ekadasha for 11 years. This statement by Uddhava in Srimad Bhagavatam does not imply that after 11 years of living in Vraj, incognito, Krishna and Balram came out of hiding and continued living in Vraj for several years more. After all, when Akrur came to take the two brothers away from Gokul, he saw that they were in the Kishore age. That is, they were young adolescents. Dadarsha Krishnam Ramam cha Vraje go Dohanam gato Pita Neelambara Sharad Ambu Ruhekshanau Kishorau Shamala Shvetau Shri Niketau Brihad Bhujau. Akrur saw Krishna Balram in the village of Vraj going to milk the cows. Krishna wore yellow garments. Hare Krishna, Pita. And Balaram blue, Neelambara Dharau. Pita Neelambara Dharau. And their eyes resembled autumnal lotuses. Sharad Amburu Heksha. Now, their eyes, Ikshana, were like autumn lotuses. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:38, 28, and 29. Again, when the two lords, Krishna Balaram, arrived in Mathura and entered Kamsa's arena to join the wrestling competition, the women of the city described them as adolescents. Kvajrasara sarvangau mallo shailendra sannibhau kvachati sukumarangau kishorau napta yauvanau. The two professional wrestlers, Chanor and Mushtik, have limbs as strong as lightning bolts and bodies resembling mighty mountains. What comparison can there be between those wrestlers and these two young, immature boys with exceedingly tender limbs? Kishorau, Krishna Balram, and it's a Kishorau. They are so Sukumarango. Their limbs are so tender. How they'll fight with Chanor and Mushtik, who are like Vajrasar. Their bodies are like Vajra, Shailendra. Their bodies are like mountains. It is generally understood that the Kishore period of youth begins in one's 11th year. According to Vedic injunction, Kshatriyas in particular are supposed to receive their sacred thread initiation in the 11th year. And so, it was that Krishna and Balram took initiation at that age, right after killing Kamsa. That was their Purascharya, killing Kamsa before initiation. In the arena, after Kamsa's death, Krishna told his father, Sri Vasudeva Maharaj, and his mother, Srimati Devaki Mata. Asmatto hitayorapi balya pauganda kaishoraha putrabhyam abhavan kvachit. Because of us, your two sons, you always remained in anxiety and could never enjoy our childhood, boyhood, or youth. Balya, Pauganda, Kaishora. You were always in anxiety because of both of us. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:45-3. Although Krishna and Balaram had just entered the Kishore age, the supreme heroic prowess they were showing in Mathura covered the natural charm of their youth. Thus, Vasudev and Devaki were not able to experience the sweetness of the boys in their adolescence. In other words, although Krishna's beauty is described as that of a full grown youth, this does not mean he had passed beyond the Kishore age. As an alternative explanation of Krishna's statement to his parents, we can accept that when Krishna and Balaram came to Mathura, they were actually at the end of the Kishore age, in their 15th year. The poetry of Srila Bilva Mangala Thakur gives evidence that in some of The later pastime before leaving Vrindavan, Krishna manifested symptoms of full grown youth and even acted as an adult. A child may act like an adult by displaying some special skill or strength. The 15th year is especially attractive because at that age the body reaches adulthood at its peak of youthful beauty. But because Krishna was supremely gentle by nature, his 15th year seemed like the beginning of his Kaishore period, and his period of debt for enjoying Nanda Maharaja's milk products is still calculated as only 11 years, since for the first 4 years he was an infant sucking Yashoda Maiya's milk. In this way, we can reconcile the contradictions that seem to appear among various statements, some saying he was a new adolescent and others a full grown youth. What is the reconciliation? The reconciliation is that even though Krishna was 11 years old, he manifested symptoms of being up to 15 years of age. And now, what Uddhavji is going to advise Krishna. Krishna's question is, how can I do something for the benefit of the Brajvasis? What answer Uddhavji is going to give, Krishna willing, we will continue reading tomorrow. Shri Brihad Bhagavatamrita ki jai, Srila Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki jai. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. सबको मिले श्री वृंदावन धाम.